reset kind of practice here, Randy, for what you need to do to get ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, again, we did a little evaluation and didn't take long to figure out why the score was what it was, and it was pretty simple for us. And obviously, we're not happy with the way we played, and we tried to, again, focus on the process and showed some video that displayed what we were doing out there. And now it's time to get ready for Vancouver, and a real good hockey club that's coming in and playing at a very high level, and we can't afford anywhere near the performance we had last night, or we're not going to. Our chances of success are going to be almost nil.
What do you see in the Canucks right now?
Playing as a team, 5-man units. They're got lots of confidence, not a lot of space on the ice, and they're playing at a high tempo. The Sedins are quietly back to where they were. It looks like Verbata's been a real nice fit there. Benino's come in and provided another tier of offense for them. They're real comfortable with Tanev and Edler as a strong defensive pair. They still have Bieksa, Spiza, so they feel comfortable with their group, and they're playing well.
Looks like you've done your pregame scouting there.
Yes. We come in the morning a little earlier than the players, and probably a little earlier than you guys. So.
Do you like that Naz has asked you to kill penalties? And do you like his progression this year, at least lately?
Well, again, he's a young player, and he needs a little bit of rope. But every once in a while, you got to pull on the rope, and that's not any different than any young player. And Nazi's got a big time skill, and it's all going to be about him getting to be more comfortable north-south. And when he plays north-south and he's physical, automatically things seem to happen around him. And he's got skill that he can make plays and create space. And the one thing we think that he can continue to work on is his shot. We call it a muffin.
Why do you call it a muffin?
Because it comes in like a muffin.
And James Van Riemsdyk was saying that that line is the best when they're creating turnovers and moving up the ice with speed. But when that part of the game is not available, do they have to make a more concerted effort of kind of finding new ways to
I think, again, we have a template in which we have to play to. We have to play fast. And in last night's hockey game and the games that we struggle in, we don't play fast. We're not moving the puck effectively. We're not moving off the puck. We're not in a support position. So those are the things we're going to try and focus on for our group. We respect the Vancouver Canucks a tremendous amount, but we have to, again, focus on what we can control. And our effort, our willingness to put pucks into areas and skate off it, our willingness to get inside, our willingness to take a check to make a play, block a shot, all those things are going to have to go up a tremendous amount from where they were last night.
Is the leash shorter on that Bozak, Kessel, JVR line where if they're not going, they'll get their ice time reduced quicker this year, knowing that you have that depth, or maybe?
Again, usually their ice time is indicative of sometimes their play and then sometimes the amount of power plays.
Yeah.
But we've definitely tried to make a more concerted effort in having minutes distributed a lot more evenly. We're trying to get our fourth line, or so-called fourth line, to get them into the 10-minute range or as close to it. All those things, and that's not easy to do in today's hockey. Some games you're allowed that, some games you're not. But again, for us, it's we need the 20 guys that are dressed to make sure that we're all on the same page and we're heading in the right direction versus on some of the performances we've had.
Is there a Leo update today?
He's not out there, so he's getting better at ping pong.
Has Santorelli been better than you thought?
Santorelli's been a real strong surprise for us, and more importantly, I think for us, it was since we've moved him to the wing. We had him penciled in at center, and we decided we were going to move him to the wing, and it has made a big difference. He's come in and almost provides second-tier offense for us. I don't know how many points he's got. I think he's got 18 points, and he's now going to see more time on the power play. We're going to use him in penalty killing, so we're developing more of a role in our hockey club, and that's great to see.
What's the balance for that top line in terms of getting out in transition and not shooting the zone defensively?
Again, it's about puck support and play more stop and go. When you get an opportunity, move the puck into areas, because all three of them can skate. And management of the puck, I guess from the deep in our zone through the neutral ice, is the most critical. Again, everybody has got some form of defensive scheme that they play in the neutral ice that you have to get through. And Vancouver's no different, and we're no different. There's things that we like to do, and again, we're going to focus on 80-20. 80% of what we're doing and 20% on the Vancouver Canucks.
Is there a factor that accounts for Kessel's durability being ready?
Again, some guys have a knack to stay in the lineup, and those are special players, and those things. There are bumps and bruises that do take place over the course of this season, and there's highs and lows. But we think that it's an advantage for us to remain on an even keel, and there's things that we do in our program inside that's behind the scenes that we think it helps us. And everybody's trying to do the same thing. Everybody's judges their medical staff and their strength and conditioning people on man games lost.
Follow on Leo, if you don't mind, is it the setback or that he's not
No.
today, or what's the?
No, he just if he's not feeling right to 110%, then that's the regulations that you follow. It's in the medical people's hands.
He's not a top line guy, but he's a guy that I don't know if you can replace what he actually does in the lineup. But is it almost by committee that you guys have to kind of fill that void?
Yeah, again, there are people that we've moved into, and it's caused us a little bit of a headache to again put people in different situations. But for one game, we put Lupul with Kadri and Santorelli, and they provided offense. So we go into last night's game, and we didn't have a lot of offense going from anybody. But Santorelli has been able to maintain that point streak. We think that a player like Leo, they don't come along every day. He's a unique brand, being that he's European. We don't really know what country he's from. He's from Finland, Estonia, or Russia, or where he's from. But he's got a plethora of places that he speaks their language, and he's a fun-loving guy. So that personality in itself separates him, makes him a great teammate.
There's a wrestling term for that, parts unknown.
Maybe that's what we should describe it.
Randy, with Kessel, have you noticed he's adept at avoiding the big hit? Roussel play on Tuesday notwithstanding, which was one of the big.
Well, it seems that the last couple of games he's been airborne in a few situations, so maybe he's got to reset.
with Bernier at the end of practice, just a chance to get him some more rest.
No, the one drill we did at the end was only going to really involve one, and when I didn't talk to Rick St. Croix and said if he wanted to leave after that, he was fine to go.